Hello, today we are going to discuss about market and especially about perfect competition. Normally people mean by market as a place where buyers and sellers meet together to do transactions. But in present time, market has a broad meaning. Today buyers and sellers do not meet personally, but they do trade even in indirect ways, like on tele-shopping means shopping on telephone, and e-shopping means shopping through internet. Therefore, market is not only place where buyers and sellers meet personally to come in a close contact. Market in present time is a direct or indirect contact between buyers and sellers. Market has many types which are on the basis of area known as local market, regional market, national market and international market. If we go on basis of time, known as the very short period market, long period market and very long period market. Similarly, if we go on the basis of regulation, known as spot market and future market. Similarly, on the basis of volume of a business, it is known as wholesale market and retail market. Now, on the basis of competition, it is known as perfect competition, monopoly, monopolistic competition, oligopoly and duopoly. Here, we are going to discuss on market on the basis of competition, and our center of discussion would be perfect competition. Let us go to discuss perfect competition now. Perfect competition firstly touched by Adam Smith in his book Wealth of Nations. Edgeworth also attempted in his book Mathematical Psychics in 1881, where he gave definition. Complete discussion made by Frank Knight in his book Uncertainty and Profit in 1921. Perfect competition is very important type of market to understand economic analysis. Perfect competition is found sometime in agriculture commodities where all the units are homogeneous, but other than agriculture, perfect competition rarely found. According to Professor Marshall, the market of perfect competition is the solution of most of the economic problems of the world. Therefore, it is necessary to understand in detail the different characteristics of the market of perfect competition. Now, let us discuss definitions. According to Mrs. Robinson, perfect competition prevails when demand for the output of each producer is perfectly elastic. According to Leftwich, perfect competition is a market situation in which there are many firms selling identical products with no firm large enough relative to entire market to be able to influence market price. Now, let us go for discussion of characteristics. According to Professor Marshall, these are the main characteristics of market of perfect competition. 1. Large number of buyers and sellers. In the market of perfect competition, there is indefinitely a large number of buyers and sellers. Therefore, individual buyer or individual seller cannot influence the total demand or total supply of the product. The market price is determined only by market demand and market supply of the commodity, which prevails in the market, and therefore, producers and sellers are known as price taker in this market. Second is homogeneous or identical products. In the market of perfect competition, all the units of commodity are homogeneous or identical, which means all the units of the commodity are same or equal so far as quality, quantity, color, taste, shape, size, packing, etc. are concerned. Therefore, it is not possible for producer to take different price, and no buyer will get ready to give more price of the same product. So, product price in this market always remains the same. Third is free entry and free exit of firms. In the market of perfect competition, there is complete freedom for the new firm to enter into industry or any marginal firm to leave the industry. Entry of firms is possible in the condition of abnormal profit, and the exit of firms is possible in the condition of abnormal loss in certain situation. This process is stopped at Longrun period when normal profit condition is prevailing. So, no marginal firm will have loss to move out of industry. Number 4, perfect knowledge on the part of buyers and sellers. In the market of perfect competition, there is a perfect knowledge about quality, quantity and price of commodity on the part of all the buyers and sellers of the market. Therefore, buyers are not ready to pay different or more prices of the same product. Because of that, producers or sellers could not get different or more prices of the same product, it means price remains same. Number 5, perfect mobility of all the factors of production. In the market of perfect competition, there is a perfect mobility of factors of production, which are land, labor, capital and entrepreneur. This implies that the various factors of production move freely from one occupation to another occupation, from one place to another place and from one use to another use. Therefore, all the units of the particular factor of production can get maximum and equal remuneration in the market. Sixth is zero transport cost. In the market of perfect competition, there is a uniform price for the same product. Large number of sellers are there in the market which produce and sell in local market. Therefore, transport of products are not possible. In other words, it is assumed that non-existence of transport cost is there. Therefore, once the price of a commodity is determined by the market forces, it remains the same without transport cost in entire market. Now, let us understand relationship between average revenue and marginal revenue. In the market of perfect competition, firm is price taker. Therefore, a firm can sell minimum or maximum output with an equal market price. Therefore, we can understand the relationship between price, average revenue and marginal revenue of the firm with the help of illustration and diagram. Let us take illustration. Suppose in the market of perfect competition, the price of X commodity is determined by market forces and it is rupees 10, and firm can sell any number of commodity with the same price. Therefore, we can establish the relationship between price, average revenue and marginal revenue of the firm. From this table, we can derive price line, average revenue line and marginal revenue line, and demand line of the firm in the market of perfect competition as shown in figure. In this figure, we can measure sales, demand or output for the commodity of the firm in units on OX axis and price or revenue of the firm in rupees on OY axis. In this table, price of X commodity is determined as rupees 10 by the market forces. If the sales of the commodity of the firm increases from 1 to 6 units, even then there is no change in market price of commodity. Therefore, in this diagram P dash is a price level or average revenue line or a marginal revenue line of the firm, and this line is parallel to OX axis in this diagram. Because at any level of sales there is no change in the market price, which is rupees 10 of the commodity. This line is a demand line of a firm because it shows total sales of the commodity of firm, which is equal to total demand of consumers of that firm in a particular situation. This demand line is also parallel to OX axis in the diagram. Therefore, it is a perfectly elastic demand line of firm in the market of perfect competition. Conditions of short-run equilibrium of firm. In economics, short-run is a particular time period in which firm cannot change fixed factors of production and thereby firm cannot change production and supply of the commodity. Price determination during short period demand of commodity is more effective than the supply for commodity in the market. An equilibrium of firm is a particular market is a situation of particular production of a commodity when profit is available and it is maximum. If loss is there, then it is minimum to the firm, and any change in this production of a commodity will result into less than maximum profit or more than minimum loss to the firm. Therefore, it is necessary to understand in detail the conditions of equilibrium of the firm in the market of perfect competition. Now, let us discuss conditions of equilibrium of firm. According to Professor Marshall, in the market of perfect competition has two conditions which are getting fulfilled, then firm come in equilibrium. 1. Marginal revenue of firm is equal to marginal cost of the firm. 2. At the time of equilibrium, marginal cost of firm should be increasing. Marginal cost line of firm intersects the marginal revenue line from below as shown in the figure. Explanation of the diagram. In this diagram, we measure production or sales of the commodity of the firm in units on OX axis and price, revenue and production cost of the commodity of the firm in rupees on OY axis. In the market of perfect competition, price OP dash is determined by market forces. Therefore, in this figure P dash line is a line or average revenue line or marginal revenue line of the firm. In this figure, at point B and at point A, marginal cost line intersects marginal revenue line of the firm. Therefore, marginal revenue is equal to marginal cost of the firm. Therefore, this firm is in equilibrium as shown in the figure. Before point B and after point A, MC is greater than MR, which prevails in the firm in the market. Therefore, production before point B and after point A is not possible. Thus, before point B and after point A, MC is greater than MR, it means marginal cost is higher than marginal revenue and situation of loss is prevailing. Therefore, production is not possible, but at point B, MC is equal to MR is there in the firm of that market. It means at point B loss is vanished, but profit is still not introduced. So, production at point B is not beneficial and therefore, it is not equilibrium point. But after point B, it is beneficial because after point B, that is MR greater than MC. It means revenue is more than a cost. Therefore, it is profitable, but this profit can increase only up to production at point A, and after point A, production is not beneficial because MC is greater than MR. So, finally, point A is optimum point for the production, and at this point MR is equal to MC is there, and MC is intersecting MR from below. Therefore, we can say that point A is equilibrium point. Now, let us discuss about short run and long run equilibrium. In economics, short run means a particular time period in which firm can change only variable factors of production, and due to that there is change in production and supply of a commodity. In short run, demand for commodity is more effective than supply in the determination of market price. Therefore, it is necessary to understand in detail the short run equilibrium of firm in the market. Let us know about short run equilibrium of firm. According to Professor Marshall, in the market of perfect competition during short run, existence of following three types of firms are possible. Number 1 is few representative firms can earn abnormal profit. Number 2 is few marginal firms are under loss situation. Number 3 is most of the normal firm can earn normal profit. Marginal firms have loss even though they continue the production of the commodity with the expectation that in the long run they will come out from loss situation. Number 1 is abnormal profit position of the firm. With the help of this figure, we can explain the abnormal profit position of the firm. Few representative firms during short run in the market of perfect competition. Let us take explanation of the figure. In this figure, we measure production or sales of the commodity of the firm in units on OX axis and price, revenue and production cost of the commodity of the firm in rupees on OY axis. During short run in the market of perfect competition, with the help of market forces, market price is determined. Therefore, in this figure RP dash line is average revenue line or marginal revenue line of the firm. In this figure, point E marginal cost line intersects marginal revenue line from lower side. Therefore, point E marginal revenue is equal to marginal cost of the firm. Therefore, point E firm is in equilibrium and OM is the equilibrium production of the firm. At OM equilibrium, production of the firm in this diagram, average revenue of the firm is EM and average cost of the firm is BM. Therefore, average revenue is more than average cost, and therefore, firm is under abnormal profit position, and the abnormal profit is average revenue EM minus average cost BM, which is equal to EB. In this figure, at OM is equilibrium production of the firm, total revenue of firm OREM and the total cost of firm is OCBM. Therefore, total revenue is more than total cost. Therefore, total abnormal profit is total revenue OREM minus total cost OCBM is equal to CBER, which is represented by shaded area in the diagram. Number 2 is loss situation of firm. According to Professor Marshall, in the market of perfect competition during short run, few marginal firms may be under loss situation. Even though these firms will continue the production of the commodity with the expectation that in the long run they will come out from this loss situation by changing their fixed as well as variable factors of production. Therefore, we can represent loss situation of the firm as shown in figure. Let us take explanation of diagram. In this figure, we measure production or sales of the commodity in units on OX axis and price, revenue, production cost in rupees on OY axis. During short run, in the market of perfect competition with the market forces OR, market price is determined. Therefore, in this figure RP dash line is average revenue line or marginal revenue line of the firm. In this figure at OM, equilibrium production of the firm, average revenue of the firm is EM and average cost of firm is BM. Therefore, average cost is more than average revenue. Because of this, firm is under abnormal loss position and abnormal loss is average cost BM minus average revenue EM, which is equal to EB. In this figure at OM equilibrium, production of the commodity, total cost of the firm is OCBM and total revenue of the firm is OREM. So, total cost is more than total revenue and therefore, total cost is OCBM minus total revenue OREM is equal to CBER, which is represented by shaded area in this diagram. Number 3 is normal profit position of the firm. According to Marshall, in the market of perfect competition during short run, most of the firms are under normal profit position, which we can represent in figure. Explanation of diagram. In this figure, we measure production or sales of the commodity of the firm in units on OX axis and price, revenue and production cost of the commodity for the firm in rupees on OY axis. During short run, in the market of perfect competition with the market forces OR, market price is determined. Therefore, in this figure RO dash line is average revenue line or marginal revenue line of the firm. In this figure at point E, marginal cost line intersects marginal revenue line from the lower side. Therefore, at point E, marginal revenue of the firm is equal to marginal cost of the firm and therefore, at point E, firm is in equilibrium and OM is equilibrium production of the firm. In this figure, at OM equilibrium, production of the firm, average revenue is equal to EM, which is equal to average cost and therefore, firm is under normal profit position. In this figure, at OM equilibrium, production of the total revenue is equal to OREM is equal to total cost. Therefore, firm is under normal profit position. In this figure, at OM equilibrium, production of the firm EM is equal to price is equal to AR is equal to AC is equal to MR is equal to MC also. Therefore, this is an optimum firm. Now, let us discuss long run equilibrium of the firm. In economics, long run is a particular time period in which firm can change fixed as well as variable factors of the production and thereby firm can change production and supply of the commodity. During long run, in the process of the price determination, supply of commodity is more effective than the demand for the commodity in the market. According to Professor Marshall, in the market of perfect competition during short run, if few representative firms are under abnormal profit situation, therefore, in long run with the attraction of this abnormal profit, marginal firms of the other industries will enter in this market, and therefore, during long run total number of firms in the market will increase, competition between different firms will be more intensive, and in long run market price of commodity will decrease. Therefore, in long run abnormal profit of representative firms will disappear, and these firms will get only normal profit. According to Professor Marshall, suppose in the market of perfect competition during short run, if few marginal firms are under loss situation, then during long run these firms will try to come out from the loss situation by changing their fixed as well as variable factors of production, and suppose out of these marginal firms few firms will be successful to come out from loss situation, then these firms will earn only normal profit in long run. And suppose even in long run also few marginal firms will not come out of the situation, then these firms will leave the industry. From this discussion we can conclude that in the market of perfect competition during long run all firms are under normal profit situation. We can explain this situation with the help of following figure. In this figure we measure production or sales of the commodity of the firm in units on O x axis and price, revenue and production cost of the commodity for the firm in rupees on O y axis. During short run in the market of perfect competition with the market forces O r, market price is determined. Therefore, in this figure R O dash line is average revenue line or marginal revenue line of the firm. In this figure at point E, marginal cost line intersects marginal revenue line from the lower side. Therefore, at point E, marginal revenue of the firm is equal to marginal cost of the firm, and therefore, at point E, firm is in equilibrium and O m is equilibrium production of the firm. In this figure, at O m equilibrium, production of the firm average revenue is equal to E m, which is equal to average cost, and therefore, firm is under normal profit position. In this figure at O m equilibrium, production of the total revenue is equal to O r E m is equal to total cost. Therefore, firm is under normal profit position. In this figure at O m equilibrium, production of the firm E m is equal to price is equal to A r is equal to A c is equal to M r is equal to M c also. Therefore, this is an optimum firm. Let us summarize at the end. Perfect competition market is one of the ideal markets. It is used to form new theories. It gives solution to present problems of the markets. Short run in perfect competition may be earning supernormal profits or earning losses at equilibrium price, but in long run all the supernormal profits and losses get wiped out with free entry and exit of firms. Therefore, all firms earn only normal profit at long run.